Judge, this is a case of Cassidy's.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Cassidy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married for several years, and he adopted my son from my first marriage, which meant my first husband relinquished all rights, and he doesn't want to take care of the child anymore now that we're divorced.
Okay, sir, is there a reason you don't want to take care of your son?
Well, he's not my son.
Well, yes, he is. You adopted him.
I thought I was in love with her. I just wanted to please her.
So you didn't really love the child at all, your son? Because he is your son, just so we're clear. You're not going to be able to say things like, it's not my child. You adopted this child legally. This is your child.
Well, he's not blood. He's her son. He's not my blood son. He's a redhead.
What does that have to do with anything, the color of his hair?
Kids.
What does the color of his hair have to do with anything?
I just always hated redheaded kids.
Okay. How did the two of you meet?
Well, I had been divorced several years, and I'm
All right, folks, buckle up. This courtroom clash is about to get intense. The video kicks off with high-stakes cinematic music as Judge Vonda Bailey takes her seat, setting the stage for what's shaping up to be a legal showdown for the ages. The energy, electric. Enter Miss Cassidy, calm, but clearly fired up. She lays it all out. Her ex-husband voluntarily adopted her son from a previous marriage. But now that they're divorced, he's turning his back, refusing to provide for the child he once promised to raise as his own. Then, the ex-husband chimes in and things escalate fast. He coldly states, "He's not my biological son." Gasps ripple through the courtroom. But Judge Vonda Bailey, she's not having it. She shuts that argument down instantly, making it crystal clear adoption isn't just symbolic. It's a legally binding responsibility every bit as real as biology. The drama is sky high. And trust me, we're just getting started.
Yes, he's a farmer.
Ma'am, I will give you your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay? Go ahead, sir.
So my friends took me out to a club. I call them mammary clinics. Took me out to a mammary clinic for my birthday, and that's where I met her, and she strapped it to me, and I fell in love with her that night. And
you fell in love enough to adopt her son?
To marry her, because I thought I was in love with her.
Okay.
And so we got married, and she coaxed me into adopting her kid.
Okay, you adopted the child, and you're here today because she wants you to
pay child support.
Pay child support and take care of your child.
He's more of a ballerina than he is a boy.
What do you mean by a ballerina?
I don't want that kid. He's.
Sir, you adopted this child.
Well, let his own father adopt him back.
Wait a minute. His father terminated his rights, and you adopted this child.
Well, she can talk.
I'm not about to play this game with you, sir. Mr. Cassidy, we're not doing that today, okay? This is your child. You legally adopted the child, and you can be legally responsible for paying child support as well.
Well, his first dad gave up his rights. How come I can't give up my rights?
Well, you know what? We're not doing that today. Today, you're going to take care of this child, okay?
Okay, what?
And you're not going to give him up because he's a...
Here's where it gets downright shocking. The ex-husband drops a bombshell. He admits he only adopted the child to please Miss Cassidy, not because he actually cared. Let that sink in. But wait, it gets worse. He then starts mocking the child, calling him a ballerina, and even complaining about his red hair. Seriously? This guy is out here acting like hair color has anything to do with being a parent. And here's the kicker: Miss Cassidy actually dyed the child's hair, just to make him feel more accepted by this man. Can you believe that? By now, Judge Vonda Bailey is visibly frustrated, and honestly, so are we. This guy's excuses are beyond shallow. And it's painfully clear he's more focused on himself than the well-being of the child. And trust me, it's not over.
No.
He don't fish.
Sir, Mr. Cassidy, how much money do you make a year?
Approximately 83.
83,000. And ma'am, now I'm to you. What does this mean, farmer?
I'd rather not go into detail.
Good.
Okay. $83,000 a year. And sir, you said, how many other children do you have?
I have 2.
2, okay. So you have 3 kids
They're
total.
not redheaded either.
Sir, the color of their hair should not affect whether or not you decide to be a father to those children versus your adopted son. You understand?
I understand.
Okay, well, as long as you understand. I have your gross, yes ma'am.
So I've dyed the little boy's hair now, so
What color is his hair now, ma'am?
His hair is the same color of his now.
And you all are aware that the color of this child's hair doesn't matter in terms of the financial responsibility, right?
I understand that, but he doesn't, so I'm just trying to make it to where he
I don't want
likes
to buy
his son.
tutus for
You
the
know
rest
what,
of
it is
his life.
ridiculous she even had to dye the child's hair to even make you receive any type of comfort, sir. That's ridiculous. Now, at $83,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,916.67.
Wow.
Who carries health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is it for the child only?
$230 a month.
$230. Okay, sir, you're going to reimburse that to her monthly. Yes, you are. And your net comes out to $5,482.88.
Oh.
Yes. What do we need to call an ambulance? You okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe an ambulance might help me.
Okay, well, right now I'm getting ready to help you with these numbers, okay?
Or a
Giving you
12
credit for
gauge.
the other children that you have. Your child support obligation is $808.72 plus the health insurance reimbursement of $230 a month. That makes your monthly obligation $1,038.72.
Okay, that's going to
Okay, and you can afford it. It's you make $83,000, sir.
Judge Vonda Bailey gets down to business. She reviews the ex-husband's $83,000 a year income and calculates his monthly child support, $888.75, plus $130 for health insurance. Cue the whining. The ex-husband immediately starts complaining about his farming overhead costs, as if that somehow excuses him from taking care of his child. Miss Cassidy pushes for back pay, but the judge explains it wasn't included in the paperwork, so unfortunately, she can't award it. Then, instead of accepting responsibility, the ex-husband doubles down with sarcastic remarks about farming and expenses, only digging himself deeper. But Judge Bailey, she's not budging. She shuts it down with a firm reminder. It doesn't matter how he feels about it, he's legally obligated to support this child. Period. Case closed.
Well, there's a lot of overhead for farming.
Well, you know what? Dye your hair red.
Well, that's not going to help me pay my bills. That's
It
not going to help
might.
me feed my cattle.
Well, you know what? You might want to choose some different alternatives.
Well, you got to eat. That's what. Where do you think your food comes from?
You grow my food?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I pay for it from you, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? You're going to continue to grow your food, and you're going to take care of this child, who's now the hair is dyed because you had a problem with the color of the child's hair. Ridiculous. Is there anything further here?
Yes, the last year that he hasn't paid, can he pay the back pay as well?
You know what? That is a great question. Are you asking for back pay today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, unfortunately, you did not put that in your paperwork that you filed with the court requesting.
Just when you think this case couldn't get any crazier, Miss Cassidy drops a bombshell. With a straight face, she suggests that maybe her ex-husband could avoid child support by remarrying her. The courtroom erupts in laughter. Even the judge can't help but chuckle. But Judge Vonda Bailey quickly shuts it down with a smirk. This isn't a reunification court. Then she delivers the final ruling. The ex-husband is officially ordered to pay up. But even with the decision set in stone, his attitude doesn't change. He stays dismissive, unapologetic, and completely oblivious to the weight of his responsibility. As the case wraps up, we're left with a mix of *** humor and frustration ***, shaking our heads at the pure audacity of this guy. Unbelievable.